Hey, hello there, everyone. Welcome to episode 69. Nice. Okay, so we're just gonna go through. We're gonna play as Isaac because I have stuff to talk about in this episode. So on, I don't want those. I had them last. Ooh, Plague of Boils. That's new. So I brought this up before, and it really irritates me. It is streamer lady who thinks everyone owes her money. Now, the reason why I'm addressing this one more time, I will be done, as this is the end of it, unless something new comes up. Which, I mean, probably I just shouldn't be talking about it anyway, but we'll talk about it one more time, because I heard what the apology was. It's poopy. Obviously, I'm not gonna call out name. You know who it is. It's not a small issue. So I don't even need to bring it up. You already know what's going on. At least. But, quick summary, in case someone doesn't know, and hasn't been keeping up with this drama crap. And if you haven't, smart. Because it's just crap. That's all it is. So, the streamer, the female streamer, thought, however you want to word it, that people owe content. I'm gonna say content creators. Hers was specifically streamers. I'm gonna say content creators. Maybe I'm putting words in her mouth. But there's not enough room because her foot's jammed so far in there. Oh yeah! Let's go! That was dumb. Alright, so... The problem I have with it so much is... also kind of not a problem. It's... no, sorry, hold on. My problem is demanding that someone owes you something on a free platform. Do I want money? So what I demand money from, or if I have, when I hit the point, if I have ads on my channel, I demand money for those ads that have been watched. That is literally in the contract. Or on Twitch or whatever. If someone donates to me, I demand Twitch give me my share of it. Because if Twitch doesn't, then they're stealing money. So I'll go after, like, I know it's a weird way of putting it. I'll go after the company. Because the company is wrong. If they're jipping, not giving me the money that is owed to me. You, a viewer, do not owe me literally anything. As I owe you literally nothing. Like, I love doing this. I love making videos, I love getting comments, I love all that stuff. I don't owe you anything, because, like, just as an argument, if I want to stop for any reason, I will stop. If you want to stop watching for any reason, you should stop. Hopefully I can keep you here, keep you entertained or whatever, but if you don't like it anymore, thank you for the time you did invest. That's all I can, say, ask, whatever. I'm a fairly opinionated person. Myself. I usually say much stronger opinions than I actually mean. I'm very, very hyperbolic. So, I understand going, and saying too much. I really do. And I'm sure, because this was said in the apology, is that anyone who's been a streamer, I'm just gonna keep saying content creator. She only refers to streamers, but anyone who's been a content creator has eventually said something that was stupid. We've literally all done it. And anyone in real life has done that. The problem is kind of how you go about it. with some of those statements, the more severe it is, the less believable it is that it wasn't serious. So, an example, going from what their take was, someone brings up, I would subscribe to you if I wasn't a, unemployed college student. And her response was, sure. So what you're saying is I'm paraphrasing, I don't have the exact, so take this with a grain of salt. But her response was, sure, that's not applicable. You're wrong. No. I'll admit, I have gotten upset with people saying that a lot. Because, and hear me out on this, the 45th time you said you'd sub to me, and then brag about how you just bought, expensive games, and then tell me how poor you are. That's why I'm upset. Hey, if you don't have the money, dude, I hope you get money. That's awesome. Like, go get money. Somehow. Don't have to give it to me. Just get money. Money's good. It's helpful. It alleviates a lot of stressors that we have. Because having financial security in some form, some fashion, is very good for your life. That's a fact. It's one of the needs. No. Sisters Heart. Shoot tears in different directions. Increase the firepower when you're low in health. Okay, so that's a familiar. I want it. It's new. Ooh! That's sound. So, it bugs me a lot, and because of the tone of it, like the tonal nature of the entire video. There was no hint of it being a joke. There was no hint of it being an exaggeration. I've exaggerated and I've told people, hey, get out of the stream unless you give me $150 million. Let you know, secret, I don't expect anyone to give me $150 million. Because no one has that money. It's only when I'm being lied to. Actually, it's like, you can tell it's a lie. Like people with Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime doesn't cost you anything inherently. Obviously you have to pay for Amazon Prime. But if you have Twitch Prime and you say you're going to sub to me and then you don't, why aren't you subbing? Like, now, is it because you're subbed to someone else? If so, that's cool. Honestly, my biggest problem with Twitch Prime is just use it on someone. I don't care if it's me or if it's someone else, just use it on someone. Because it's going away stealth-wise. But that's up to you. Those are the only times that I really get offended or whatever. And that's because someone's just lying to me to make me, to make themselves feel better. Or to make it so they look better. If someone, like, Alan, Fat Albert, he has subbed to me on and off since I've gotten sub. And he's told me, he's had money, he hasn't had money. Okay, I get it. When he unsubs, I hold no ill will. I welcome him just as much as any day. Because just because he can't sub now doesn't change the fact. Now, should he get sub perks? No. But he should get my respect still as a person, because he's been a cool person and he deserves the respect. No. Swan fly turret, that should, no. And I'm all for apologies. This is going more into it. I guess I was just going more into my own opinion, which doesn't really matter, because I'm thankful for all the support I get, literally no matter the fashion. If you donate 1 bit, thank you. If you donate your time to watch the video, thank you. If you donate extra time to leave a comment, thank you even more. I appreciate it. So, like I said, we've all done bad takes. But there's something to a bad take when you honestly have nothing to back it up with. I know that sounds like a little poorly worded, kind of. Because just saying you have nothing to back it up with. I'm sure, I'm very, very confident that most people would agree on my take on people lying to get attention on the subs. Because it's just annoying. Or lying like, oh, can I have the Patreon reward this month and I'll do it next month? No, you can't. Sorry. I'm sure most people will agree with me on that take. After people are trying to be nice, or thankful, or something. Like, I get that. I will give one itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, yellow poke bite. I'll give one tiny defense to what her statement is. $5 is not a lot of money. It is not. So, in a magic world, could someone afford $5? Absolutely. Because you can always budget money. There are a lot of things we spend money on that we don't need to spend money on. Number one, it's not your money. You don't get to tell people what they can or can't do with it. Number one thing. Number two. How conceited are you? So, the biggest problem I have with that is the lack of understanding on a platform like Twitch or YouTube. Obviously, I am inserting YouTube into this. She was not talking about YouTube. But $5 is not a lot. You can spend that. How many content... I think I may have brought this up before. But how many content creators are there that you watch? Now it's more money. And are you that deluded that you think you're literally everyone's favorite content creator? So that you're the top of the top. You're the only one who, quote unquote, deserves money. People watch a lot of people. It is what it is. So, I'm all for people admitting mistakes and working through them and working to better themselves and all that good stuff. I love those kind of things. I love people getting better, whether it be physically, emotionally, personally, whatever you want to say. I think it's awesome. Apologies are tough. I was actually just having a talk about this in the comments, and it was about like how sometimes it seems like people are being money hungry, intentional or not. So obviously money is a tough issue. Some people like bringing up their Patreon things. You know, it can seem like they're trying to coerce you into being a patron, which can be frustrating because then it makes it look like it's more all about money. When an apology is structured as, and maybe I don't have a right to say this, but I'm just sharing my opinion. I don't really have ill will. Honestly, more than anything else, I have pity. Because that is such a bad take. I'm sorry that, like, your takes are that bad. But with it, I can't fly. When you're going so far as to belittle people in your argument, and then you're like, well, I didn't mean it, and also they were to blame. Oh, right, no. Yeah. It's because I have, the hand. Those were red chests, I believe. So, in her apology, which apologies are tough to do. I don't know how to do a well-formed apology except be sincere. In her apology, and I'm not gonna say yes or no to what she said. I don't know. Doesn't appear that way though. Saying that $5 is nothing makes it look like she's always had money. Or something like that. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. She says she's been poor. Chance for player to shoot Godhead aura instead of a tier. Okay. What corrupted you that much that you now think it's fine to belittle people for not having money? You said yourself you were poor. Like, I'm poor right now. I'm not destitute, but I'm poor. I literally, my income is what I get on Patreon. I get $8 a month. I'm a student, and my parents are very nice, and they help me, because I'm in school. Obviously, I just said I'm a student. But I make $8 a month. So, for me, no, I don't have that 5. So, looking at my finances of $8, yeah, I understand. Sometimes you... Damn it. You literally do not have the money to share, to give to whatever. So... We'll come back. We'll see if we need a recharge, because that's 3 charges. It comes across really bad. And it also kind of comes across as, like, trying to play the victim. And that's why I'm talking about this. If it wasn't for the apology, which was... honestly, the way it came across to me, I won't say this is what was intended, but woe is me. Feel bad for me, because I made a mockery of everyone on my channel. Also, just as an example, I'm not going to get too far into this. Backlash. Her channel was around, and you can go look up the numbers on like Social Blade or something. I don't have them directly up, but what I saw, could be wrong, but what I saw was she was at roughly 220,000 followers on Twitch. And because of this, she dropped to 140. So she lost big time. And that sucks, because I mean, this, as much as I don't like her, I don't like her attitude, I don't like how she handles the situations, I don't like what her content is, I don't want anyone to, like, actually lose, like, a job or anything. But I don't like it still. And I feel like that's majorly one of those, you literally should have seen this coming. But the entire... Well, I guess I can re-roll it, actually, so that's not bad. The entire apology was... One, this is a small thing, but she sucks at reading comments or chat on Twitch. Because, like, she literally was like, mods, read it to me. Sorry, the mods say there aren't any questions. It's like, why don't you just read chat? This is my... Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. It's because I don't have 15 cents, stupid. It was like, mods, read it to me. Mods, do it for me. And it's like, you can't read chat. Like, you're actually doing this right now? Really? So that was another bad take on it. But it was very much a woe is me. Hey guys, I said shitty things, but I've been poor too, so it's okay. No. And there's something to be said for everything you say outside of a satirical statement or a joke or however you want to word it. To a degree, those are your true feelings. What convinced you to say it in the first place? There was something that made you say it. I don't know what it was. Sometimes you're just angry or upset, whatever. Her defense is that people in chat were doing that. But also, people in chat were like arguing with her about how she did such a bad take on it, basically. Ugh. Ugh. And there's something to be said for getting upset at things. Like, I do this all the time with Dark Souls when people are like, not as a joke, and I understand people can say whatever they want, but not as a joke, they're talking about, just get good. And I'm talking about, like, what kind of strategies I want to work with, and they're like, yeah, no, you're stupid, just get good. And it's like, that's frustrating. Because literally part of getting good is the strategies. Those people are just saying it to get a rise out of you. That is literally why they're saying it, you know. Thus, trolls. So, I kind of throw the backlash on... Hello. Telekinesis? Okay. I don't know what that did. But I throw in my own backlash from, like, no, the only people who say good are people who are incompetent at Dark Souls and something. They're probably much better than me. In fact, I'm almost certain that some of the people are literally leagues above me. But that's kind of a say what you want, more of a lighthearted jab. If you don't feel that way, that's fine. But an apology is working to make amends. So, my opinion, throw away that stinky pride, because it's doing you no favors. It doesn't make you look better. Don't, when you're apologizing, don't play the pity angle. You sound like a moron. Like, I have things that I apologize for. That I've brought up multiple times. What was that? Sure hope nobody pulls the plug. Ooh. Ew. But that doesn't excuse it. A reason is not an excuse sometimes, because I'm not going to dwell on this for like any length of time. I have depression, and that affects a lot of how much videos I can get out. Because sometimes I just literally can't bring myself to record. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that if I don't get a video out, there's no video out. So, tough noodles. That's my reason, not a very good excuse. Because there's also the statement of, that's literally what backlogs are for. Come on! Hopefully that shows up. I need charges so I can reroll these items. Yeah, so if you think you've done something wrong, that's when you apologize. Or something akin to wrong. Like, obviously, the fact that I haven't released an episode isn't wrong, it is something I feel bad about. No one is making me do anything, but, you know, one, I feel bad for myself, because I don't grow if I don't make content. I need to make stuff to grow, so I feel bad myself, and for the people who are very supportive and like my content, I want to make it for them, If I don't make it, they can't watch it. They can't enjoy it. It can't do literally anything if I don't make it. I have to make it. Oh, come on. Give me anything but a spacebar item. So, I have to do that. So, I apologize about that a lot. And I'm very frustrated with myself. At the end of the day, it's not your responsibility, it's my responsibility. Which is, I talk about it a lot, just, I don't even know why, but it's not really something I should be discussing. Like, it's, you can argue that it's a private thing, leave it private. Very good, defense. I've had people argue that, you know, you don't talk about these things, so I don't want to watch you anymore, because you're always negative. Going through a very, you know, it's like, at the time, it's like going through a very negative time in my life. So, you take care of you. 100%. That's literally how the world works. Take care of yourself. And I need to take care of me. Sometimes I do say those things and I regret it just because I don't want people to feel bad for me for it. I don't really know how else to articulate, you know, why. Because if I don't say something, it's like, yeah, fuck you. I don't want to make a video. Or, I know that's not how most sensible people think. But it can come across that way. Because I didn't make anything. Whoops. Actually, was there a charge in here? No. I mean, I don't have enough money anyway, but I want to reroll the angel room. So, her apology bothered me a lot because there was no sincerity in it at all. In my opinion. Everything I'm stating is my opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. Believe whatever you want. I'm not saying mine is an ironclad ultimate opinion. I only have the information that I've been given. Or found, or whatever. Be an educated consumer and believe, or that's wrong, but the argument is like, be an educated consumer, believe what you want. So just be educated. If you don't like what I'm saying about it or think I'm just being mean, go watch the VODs. Maybe I missed something because I've only seen what I've seen. I'm very stubborn, but I try to always at least be open to a different opinion. It's okay, I think. Because maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I am very strong with what I say, but I've been wrong more than once. Typically counting how many times I'm wrong. So, I need a drink. Yeah, I was going to record this video tomorrow, but I got the updated information on the apology, and that's why I wanted to make this, because the apology upsets me. And I know why it upsets me so much, is once again, my opinion on it, the half-assed nature of it. If you actually feel like you've done something wrong, why did you wait until it... Damn. Why did you wait until it blew up? Her argument on that is, if you bring attention to something negative, you've brought attention to it, more people are going to see it. Yup. But people found it anyway. People are gonna find it. So, if she owned up to it the next day, She's like, look, I was having a bad day. I'm sorry. Even lying. This is just, if you want to be manipulative or whatever, take control of the situation. Don't let the situation take control over you. Taking the initiative to apologize. If she was like, look, I had a bad day. A lot of the comments, they just got under my skin. I didn't feel like I was appreciated. Whatever you want to say. You took control of the situation. Now, people may find the VOD, but they can, of you being a piece of poopy. But then you can always redirect them to your apology. Or someone can, because a lot of the time, people's communities will take care of that for you. I want to defend the content creators I like. I like them. I don't want to see them go down in flames. So, then there's that information that you can provide, like, yeah, you're right. It was stupid. I was being a poopy butt. But, hey, I apologized the next day. Was it right to say it? No. But I apologized the next day. So it makes you seem like you actually mean your apology. When you only apologize after losing almost yeah, I think it was like 80. After losing almost 100,000 subscribers, followers, not subscribers, followers, because this is Twitch. Man, that don't seem like a hot take no mo. That seems like you're doing damage control, Conehead. Yeah, it's good enough. And that's where it bothers me. And it was brought up in her chat. Why didn't you apologize sooner? She's like, I don't know. She was more elegant in her words. She wasn't that short. But ultimately her response was, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean, once again, I am putting words in her mouth. She didn't say it doesn't matter. But that's how it came across to me. Why are you questioning? I'm apologizing. I'm being the bigger person. Shut up. That's how it comes across to me. So it doesn't seem sincere. And yeah. I didn't like the take. I didn't like the pretend apology, which was, honestly, I feel just damage control in an effort to regain what she can salvage from this situation. Because there will always be people who will come back to, their favorite content creator. There are some people who just don't care. They're like, yeah, fuck you. You're watching stuff for free. Why don't you pay them? Everyone has their own opinions. But they also have a right to feel however they want. And that's how I feel. I didn't like it. I think it's embarrassing as a content creator to make those statements. Hey, I didn't take damage. Awesome. And it, ouch, frustrates me. And that's my hot take on it. I don't know. I don't really know how to talk about money. I brought it up in the comments. I'll bring it up a lot. Like, I'm in a very good position. In a way. I have one patron. And he specifically told me, I don't want any rewards. Do not give them to me. I just want to donate to you monthly. And then the other two I had said the same thing. Thankful. I am thankful that they said that. And I've never really pushed it. That I have a Patreon. I never really... I don't push that I have a subscribe button. I kind of brag about it because I'm happy. I really like having a sub button, having emotes. So I kind of, I don't push it, but that one I'll brag about more. But I know there are a lot of, could you stand still? A lot of the, good lord. A lot of the takes I hear on those things are, it's like, there's a lot of, and I don't like bringing this up. There's a lot of psychology that comes into asking for donations, asking for money, asking for contributions, asking for investors, whatever. The number one thing, and I mean, this obviously I'm talking out my ass here. Everything I'm saying could very well be wrong. But you want people to feel appreciated, heard, valued, something along those lines. So when if you hear the channel is able to stay open due to viewers like you, and I'll go back and forth because I don't really know what my stance is on this, what I'm about to say. So I will go back. I go back and forth a lot. But, oops. Let's just re-roll that. Guppy's Paw. I'll take it to recoup the damage I've taken. But, so I'll go back and forth on this. Because I struggle with this a lot. Telling people that the channel wouldn't survive without viewers like you. Sometimes it seems like it comes off very, very scummy and whatever. And I do stand by that. But at the same time, sometimes it's good, like, to say those things, because it makes the people who are donating feel better. Which is why, like, I don't know what's the right way to put it. Which is why I'm in a good position, because I don't have enough people who financially support me on Patreon. Because on Patreon, I give them literally nothing, because I haven't updated my tiers. Because I genuinely don't know what to put. I want to make sure I have a reroll ready. But I don't really know what to say for those, because you want them to feel rewarded for doing it, but you don't want them to feel pressured. How do you do that? Fuck if I know. I have no clue. Obviously having something that you can give back to them, but like when people say, due to support on Patreon, I'm able to do this as a full-time job. As an example, they could make videos. Doing this as a full-time job is extreme. Oh, whoops. I thought it was dead. I thought that's what the shaking was for. Doing this as a full-time job is very expensive. Because this is one of the biggest takes on it. What you see them making is not what they make. An example, because this is how taxes work. If I make $1,000 on Patreon, if I remember correctly, I'm a little iffy on these numbers. If you make $1,000 on Patreon, being self-employed, you lose $500 a month of that to taxes. I might be exaggerating. It's at least 30% because that's what comes out of a regular paycheck. That's your income. So that that didn't go as far as, you know, you wanted it to. And then they make $1,000. Excuse me, let's go up. They make $2,000. So now their income is $1,500 a month, which is meh. It's a full-time... I was about to say it's a full-time, part-time job. No, it's a full-time minimum wage job. But you put in... Okay, depending, obviously, you may not. But if you're, like, streaming and doing this and that and that and that and that, you put in, like, 70-hour work weeks. And you make $1,500. Take away Patreon, now you're making, you know, $700. You can't live on that. So in turn, oops, without viewers like you, I could not continue doing this. You know, and they do mean in that capacity. I understand both sides of it. It can feel scummy because they were making videos before, but it is also the extra time that they are investing into making them. An example, if I hire an editor, which for me personally, it's like I kind of want to do that, but I also don't. Well, okay, one, I have no money, so I get $8 a month, and because of Patreon, Patreon's $8 a month. Because of Twitch, which is, like, honestly my income, every 3 to 5 months, I will get a $100 paycheck. Because I normally average... I didn't think it would hit it. I normally average around 10 subscribers, which is approximately $25. Sometimes it's in other currencies, so I get less than that, but so I don't, you know, it's usually in 3 to 5 months. Good month 3, obviously. And Twitch won't pay out unless you've made $100 within X period. And then they pay it out after 15 days after a month ends. So that's why 3 to 5 months. So I make like $300 a year. Plus 8, I make about $400 a year, maybe. On a good year, I make $400 a year doing this. I'm doing it, but if I get a job that's, you know, because with the career I'm going into, it can be much more taxing on time. I can't make 7 videos a day. I'm excited. Or whatever. I'm not making 7 videos right now. I'm just, as an example, I can't make 7 videos a day. Because if they're an hour long, that's 7 hours of footage I need recorded a day. So then I have to pick, like, I'll release videos on 4 days a week and I'll stream on 3 days a week, or vice versa, or however you want to do it. Or there'll be less videos in the time period or whatever. So the struggle of finances is tough to deal with. It's really tough to talk about. But at the end of the day, I say you'll make it nowhere. That's technically not true. As a decent human being, you'll make it nowhere belittling people because they don't give you enough money. And I don't know. It's one thing if it happens one day. It's more likely a joke. Her comments were not one day. They were repeated days. Like quintupling down. And I will say this in defense. Possibly. I won't believe her apology until she's proven it to me. Because of how insincere. Okay, honestly, I just don't give a shit about believing it or not. I don't care. I don't like her content. Honestly, the plushies she has in the background are far more interesting than anything she does. To me. It's now up to her to prove what she said. And as a mean thing to say, she deserves this backlash because hopefully it will have, she'll grow as a person because of it. Do not go harass her about anything. Literally, the loss of revenue is her backlash. God dang it! The loss of revenue from people being fed up with how she acted and everything like that is her punishment. Yeah. Don't die! I'm still talking! And she would need to change as a person to make good on what she's supposedly saying. And I hope she does. This is a very sloppy take. It's not a hot take, it's a sloppy take. Because of who I'm about to say. Onision. I hope, due to all the shit that's going on, he can come out as a better person. I hate how he's acted. I hate what he's done. I hate who he is. If he can come out at the end of it as a better person, Godspeed. Couldn't ask for anything more. I want to take that. I will kill myself. Little tummy shoots 60. Okay. It's new. I gotta take it. Yeah, but I would love to see him become a better person through it. That doesn't mean we should forget what happened, but if he can prove that he's better, awesome. I don't think that'll happen, but I would love to see it. And that's honestly like my final thoughts on it. Hopefully she smartens up and gets her thumb out of her ass. Especially like the biggest thing about this, ironically, the biggest thing I hate about this is how it has to be worded, and I believe I've done a good job of avoiding the word this entire time. I don't think I have. I don't like this word because a lot of times it's thrown around for no good reason. Hearing what she says makes her sound extremely entitled. Hate the word entitled. Hate the word entitlement. Because it's literally just used as a buzzword. But if you honestly think people owe you money, you have an entitled attitude. No one owes you anything. It's a damage up. It's an inconsistent. I say it's inconsistent. It's that the shots are inconsistent on their placement. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. If she can make good on it, that's friggin' sweet. If not, hope she goes down with the ship that she's just sunk. Honestly, I thought I was gonna die. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Hopefully this wasn't too bad. I think I reiterated a lot on what I said last time involving her. If you want, go listen. The apology that I listened to was like 3 minutes of it, and it was very painful to listen to because it just frustrated me. Hell yeah. Hell no. I don't have my invincibility anymore. Oh well. Hopefully the damage makes up for it. But that was, I don't know, it was I was very frustrated listening to it. I know there's an argument, just don't listen to it. You're right. But I wanted to give my final thoughts on it and then be done with it. Because I don't need this taking up any more space in my mind. It's stupid. And now it's done. Sorry, it's not. You can argue if it's done or not. To me, it's done now. Because I am done with it. Unless there is, like I said, some major new development, which there probably won't be. But, yeah. Final thought, if you're going to manipulate someone, do a good job at it. There's nothing left to reroll. I shouldn't have picked that up, but I honestly don't feel like I'm going to live too many more rooms anyway, so I might as well. I'm not even going to make it through this room. Yeah. Oh, also, if you want to look it up for one more creepy thing, I'm gonna address this. The other reason why I brought this up is I don't remember if it was in the same stream or another because I saw the clip of it. When she gets donations and stuff, she stalks them. She goes and looks up their information, or creeps on them. Maybe creeps on them is a better word, not stalk. But she creeps on them by looking up what their name is, because when you donate, your name's on it. Most people just are like, the only time I look at them is like Wobbler kept donating with different, because you can put in a name on the donation that I have on my stream, so he kept putting in different people's names, and at the end of it, I checked it, and they were all from him, so I just sent him a bigger thank you. Because he did like a $10 under his name, then he did like a 5, a 15, and then like a 50 under other people's names. So, and he did a 50 under someone I talk to all the time, and I know he doesn't have that money. So I was like, But that actually didn't have his real name, it just had his username. But it doesn't matter. If someone donates, just leave them the hell alone. Just leave them be. Don't go creep on them. Don't go find out that they're in relationships, that they're what their jobs are. Don't Google them. If you want to be like, hey, can I thank you personally? So I could be like, hey, thanks to John Johnson. One word. Okay, that's the end of it. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Let me know what mods you'd like me to play, and I will do my best to get them in the series. Okay, bye.